Some things are way too much fun, seriously. And that is the word for this Flip Folio album. Just fun. So easy as well. So I wanted to do a quick walkthrough because I finally just finished putting in the finishing touches. Now, you never know. I might come back and decide, oh, there's one more thing there I want to place somewhere. It could happen, but for the most part, I'm going to call this one done. So what is this? This is the 6x8 Flip Folio album by Uniquely Creative. It comes pre-done, pre-scored, pre-cut, all of that. So all you do is you add your beautiful papers, and you could use any paper line that you want. Of course, I've decided to use a gorgeous 49 in market, which is called Echoes of Time. So everything you're going to see here, from the rub-ons to the die cuts to the papers that I've used, the ephemera, all of it is from Echoes of Time. Okay, so let's take a quick flip through. Now, the full 2-day workshop to do this is available in the channel right here on the YouTube channel. It is available under the member section. So if you go to the member section, or also in the live section, because we did it live, it was a craft along in which we did each cut, each page, each everything, all of it, step by step by step in real time. So if you want to put one together and craft along with me, you can always watch that replay and do so in real time. And of course, along the way, I'm going to give you lots of tips, tricks, and lots of ideas. I mean, lots of ideas. But let's get to the gorgeous flip through. You can see I have great dimension. I have left, of course, my photo mats empty. Once again, I'm not sure if I am going to use this, and if so, for what purpose, or if I'm going to gift it, or if I'm going to maybe sell it. Not sure yet. So I'm leaving my options open as far as the photo mats are concerned. So let's take a look. I've used some Sari silk. Of course, all of the products that you see here are all available in the online store. If you have questions about anything, feel free to reach out. You can always leave a comment down below. Of course, comments always welcome. Actually, more than welcome. They are cherished. So please, please take a second and leave a comment down below and let us know what you think, because we love to see your feedback. Okay, I've changed my mind. At the beginning during the workshop, I had decided to do something different. And then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to insert a couple or a few. These are 3x4 photo mats. I think they fit beautiful. We have ephemera, we have die cuts, we've got rub-ons. So all kinds of beautiful things happening to create lots of interest and amazing flow throughout the album. So that's going to be the side pocket that I've created. Again, allowing you to tuck in memorabilia, mementos, all that good stuff. Then it opens up this way. And on this side, I've created, using the dies from the set, I've created some additional tags. Again, I will walk you step by step on how to do that if you're curious. I've added some beautiful photo mats. However, here, as you can see, we have stunning dimension. We have lots of ephemera and rub-ons happening as well. So we have lots of interest with or without our gorgeous tags. Then on this one, I've created a little pocket. So what I've done is I've tucked in a couple of other little photo mats. So you still have the main mat, and then you'll have these to add. I didn't add anything here because I figured maybe this is what you want to put the year or the name as to what, some information of what has taken place. Another gorgeous 3x4 mat at the back. Again, I left that blank the same way. Then on this side, we've got these 3x4 and 2x2 mats with a gorgeous layered, multi-layered collage, bit of ephemera, rub-ons, and more. Everything, of course, has, as I mentioned, been left open so that photos can still be inserted from all sides. So, and this, of course, we created a magnetic flap. You can go ahead and review that. This I am calling my round page because I kind of went for all the circles. Once again, the mats are open for you to be able to insert your photos in there, but I decided to focus on circles on this page, so it kind of created a really nice continuity to it. I think I really, really enjoy that layout. And of course, anytime that you have anything dangling from chains, I am happy. And then I got a little owl friend to go on there. Oh, you know what I forgot? The album is definitely not done. So I will be adding, and then maybe in the still photos at the end, I'll insert some still photos for you. I forgot that I had gotten some of my flat backs because I was thinking of inserting them somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I just remembered maybe up here or some liquid pearls. We'll see. We'll see. That's a possibility. And so we have lots of great opportunities there for photos. Then on this side, I left this a little blank just because I thought, wow, there's a lot going on, but I still added quite a bit. It doesn't look like it, but it is very, very layered. It just has a really nice flow, so it doesn't look overwhelming to the eye. It still allows the eye to have a resting spot and so much more. We've got some beautiful ephemera going there. This pulls out, and we have some additional photo spots there as well because I didn't want to waste any opportunities for photos. This beautiful pullout is a wraparound closure. Here, of course, again, we've got the opportunity to insert our photo there. And we've got the gorgeous cat with the top hat and his little goggles, which is gorgeous. We've done lots of bit of layering. We've got a dangling pocket watch from the little doorknob, let's call it that. And then this opens up this way to reveal even more photo opportunities, more of our critter friends, including the bunnies and more owls, lots of gears, lots of great hidden stitches throughout and rub-ons, the gorgeous bird cage. This piece blew me away. I don't know if the camera will do it justice, but the cuts are so, so fine. I think there's another one. I have so much ephemera left. You guys would not believe the amount of ephemera that is still left. I mean, look at this. I was trying to put a dent into it, but look, I mean, nothing, nothing. Now, some I used a little bit more, but some I didn't even come close. There was another one. Did I use both? Oh, here. So yeah, these pieces are so incredibly intricate. It is insane. But this bird cage, and again, this line is still available. So make sure if you are in love with it, that you score yours before they are gone. Look at how fine those little slits are. It is just amazing. Amazing. And you get that with the vines, with the little chains. I mean, it's just super, super intricate. So then here I've got that gorgeous bird cage. Again, everything is still open, so you can still slide your photos behind throughout. And then it opens this way. And we have our gorgeous, this was a suggestion from one of the students as we were crafting along. Huge shout out to Carol, whom we called Auntie. But she was like, how about a bird perched on that armchair? And oh my goodness, that was so much fun. I did keep him low. He could have also gone up here, but I didn't want it. I didn't know what kind of photo we were going to be using. So I didn't want it to be, you know, like in the middle of anything. But still lots of great layering there. Look at how stunning those chains are. Crazy. Beautiful butterflies throughout. Lots of great stitches. And then that closes this way, closes this way. And then in the back, once again, we have gotten some beautiful elements and decorative pieces. We still have the ability to tuck our photo back there and in here as well with our little bunny friend. So a really beautiful, oh, and there's another bird perched up there with his goggles. Lots of gears and rub-ons peeking out. And then, of course, this will just close right back up for it to tuck back into the pocket. And then that'll close back up. And then on this side, what I've done is I decided that since I had this, I was going to kind of duplicate that. Now, I do have one tip, which I will mention here. So when you go to watch the class and the workshops and craft along, I will give you a tip, and I'm definitely going to be doing that on my next one. I will not be using the full wraparound. I think, and it all depends on the paper. This paper happened to be, thicker paper, and plus the super strong base that is included, it ended up being a little heavy for me. So although I love the continuity of it, how it just has that flow, I think that if you're going to do a lot of decorating and a lot of photo mats, because there are tons of photo mats in here, I would definitely cut these panels off and just not use them so that it's a little bit easier when it comes to folding and creating less bulk. Also, because I wasn't sure I had decorated all the way through, I think I would have cut off that panel at least partially so that I create less bulk on the back as well. And then, of course, we talked about all kinds of ideas on how to change the layout. So make sure you watch those videos. But here on the inside, we have done additional photo mats. There's a beautiful bird cage, the larger one. Oh my goodness. I just can't get over that. Whoops, sorry. I am tangled with my, sorry, silk. But I just can't get over that bird cage. It is just stunningly beautiful. Now, again, because this was an afterthought, where I decided that I was going to adhere this onto my page. That was not the original plan that I had. I have so much left. Um, I had to hide my prongs. So you notice that I did hide my prongs after the fact with a little gear, which I thought was a whole lot of fun. We've got some additional rub-ons back here. And then, of course, this is going to create that easy peasy closure for it to stay in place. And there you go. We've got our lovely 6x8 flip folio using the Echoes of Time from 49 and Market. I certainly hope you have enjoyed this walkthrough. Please do leave a comment down below and let me know what you think, because I love your feedback. It's kind of like what keeps us going, right? It keeps me going. So I would really, really, really love your comment. In addition, all of the items that you've seen here, plus thousands more, are available in our online store. So we certainly hope that you'll check that out. It is saxcrafts.com or spectrumartcreations.com. They're both the same store. I'm also going to leave a coupon code here at the bottom, so make sure you check the description box for that code and additional product links as well. Now, as I mentioned, we are going to also be doing an additional craft along, which I've forgotten. I'm sorry, I need to mention that really quick. So during the live, you guys had requested that we show you how to make the album using the dies as well. So this is the die set that cuts the mats for the folio. Do you have to have it? No, again, I cover that in class and additional tips. However, if you have it, this die set, excuse me, is so much more than meets the eye. Because if you're thinking, okay, it cuts the mats, great. Well, no. During class, we talked about the endless possibilities. Just one of those being the fact that you can make additional albums with just the mats. So that was requested. So the next thing to come is I'm going to work on a super quick. It's going to be more just a to show you how to get the base done, and then you guys will do your own decorating and stuff. So it's going to be very basic, but it's going to be the stuff that you really need, which is just the nitty gritty. How do I use this? How many do I need? What do I need? What are possibilities? What are options? Show me some ideas of how I can change this up as well. All of that I'm going to cover in a video. That's going to be the next one in the series. So make sure you guys check that one out. I will try and come back later when I am done with that video and link it for you. And I might even, I don't know, I have plenty of leftovers. As you can see, I have all that ephemera. I still have all of this ephemera I haven't even touched. I have pretty much all of my rub-ons. I mean, as many rub-ons as I used, you would think there's no way, but look, I still have more than 50% of my rub-ons, and I used tons. So maybe I'll use the same line. Maybe I won't. I do have some paper left. Not a whole lot of paper is left, but I do have some. So maybe, I don't know if there's enough to create a folio. There probably is, but I also feel like I want to try something else. Again, I have some other lines that I have been dying to use. So maybe I will switch it up and use something else really quick. All right, stay tuned for that video. I'm going to leave also another couple of videos here at the end for you to go ahead and continue checking out some additional products and projects and ideas and tutorials. So I hope to see you there. Thank you so much. Bye.